It's Week 8 of the National Football League, and the spotlight is on George Kittle. He's making some noise for end-of-year awards and could hit 1,400 yards this week. It's the 49ers and the Cards, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
The onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Arizona Cardinals and the San Francisco 49ers. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Cardinals in this matchup, they're squaring off against a very tough unit to throw against.
And this is not one of the better passing offenses in the league to begin with, Brandon. And to illustrate that point, they're down near the bottom of the power ranking, so the focus is going to need to be on possession-type throws. Whether they're trying to use their running backs or tight ends a little bit more, the big thing is to make sure the quarterback gets it out of his hands quickly to his receivers, and they hope to gain an advantage that way.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here come the Cardinals, and it is Kyler Murray from Oklahoma who leads them out.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. Right to the air. Here's Murray. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And now it's scooped up by the 49ers. Loose inside the 30. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
As you and I both know, one reason teams script plays to start a game is so they can practice them ahead of time. I will guarantee you that fumble was not in the script.
You don't think they had fumble written next to play 1 there?
No, that was never in the script because they want to have good memories when they go into a ball game, not something that could have gone wrong.
So here are the 49ers and their offense in great field position already. They are led out by their veteran quarterback hailing from Michigan State, and we like that. It's Kirk Cousins.
And so often when you've stolen a possession, as they just did there,
on the first play,
picking up the fumble, the natural inclination is to attack, go after them big. Sometimes what you just want to do is put the ball in the hands of one of your best players in one of their favorite plays and establish your dominance that way.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in. San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, heal up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
On first down, counter plowing ahead for about 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. And despite injuries like these, Charles, with these guys missing, they've been able to keep that pursuit of perfection alive so far.
That just shows the depth that they have on the roster and the guys who are serious about being ready when their number is called. Someone goes down, someone jumps in, and they don't skip a beat. I think this team has a bunch of those guys, and some of them will be called on again this week.
going to get it again on second down. And he's got room. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. And this defense, Charles, bottom half of the league against the run. That's not going to help their average.
Not at all. When you're getting ready to play against them, in your scouting report, you're actually counting on a certain number of big-time runs against them. They've given them up all year.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Murray giving to Connor on the draw. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field, a nickel set for 3rd down. Here's Murray. He'll dump this one off to Connor. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The kick by McManus is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense, but you know what else is happening too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. He rifles one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
So out now come the Cardinals. And they'll take over here following the interception. Field position and a chance to take the lead with a touchdown. After the turnover, here's Murray. He'll get this to Connor underneath. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because cover. Hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
On second down, Connor looking for space. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 79 yards rushing now for Connor and a first down. Murray now. He'll buy some time right. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Cardinals have moved out in front. McManus's point after is good. And the lead is now 10-7. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the play that polished it off was the touchdown run by Kyler Murray. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
25 yards that time.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Looking to throw again on second down. Fields. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. On first and 10, here's Fields. Flush to his right. They'll find Ayuk open right side. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. From the 17, here's second and 4. Play action. It's Fields. And it's caught. And a loose football. Shanahan doesn't care much for that last call, so out comes the red challenge flag. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now the call.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. McCaffrey will get into the end zone for a 49er touchdown. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
He's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The football going back over to Arizona now. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way.
Oh, Connor loses it. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, my friend, this has certainly been a comedy of errors here in the first quarter. Neither side able to really hang on to the ball.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which team can adjust because both have made their mistakes, as you said.
Yeah, and whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game, something they haven't done with the ball so far.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Fields. Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle. 27 yards. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score it. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. There's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. He's been pretty effective so far, solid numbers yardage-wise, but the fumble last time, that's what he's thinking about. Has to be a little bit more secure.
Yeah, he does. Would you yell at him right here? Would you get on him?
No, I think you pick him up, don't you?
I agree with you totally. You pick him up in this situation because a lot of game left to be played, and he can be special with the ball in his hands. In that situation, he wasn't. But you talk to him about the 4 points of pressure, high and tight to the body, and let him go back to it.
Well, still plenty of time in this game, so he'll have opportunities to secure that ball with those 4 points of pressure. On the counter, it's Conner. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Murray going to throw. He's going deep for Brown. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Deebo Samuel trotting out with his offense to start this next drive. Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, that good stuff. Got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing. Change things up a little bit and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year. Well, Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
Now Fields. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. To throw is Fields. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Justin Fields, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was all capped off by the Justin Fields touchdown run. He took it in himself. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Taken in at the 3. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2. As they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Again, Murray will keep it. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Return team.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
First down.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. From his goal line here, Fields. That's caught downfield by Kittle. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Fields. Buying time to his left. This one caught by Kittle. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's another 1st down on a big gainer there, 33 yards. Fields. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Justin Fields with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the 49ers are able to add on to their 1st half lead. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice gain.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And a rout is on here in this 1st half. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possible. Let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. Murray again, this is counter. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
Delay of game, offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Here's Murray. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And it's a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. Charles, they are putting on a show right now. I mean, with that fumble return for the touchdown, you think about the size of this advantage. Heck, it's a 4-score game right now, and we're still in the 1st half.
And that has to be the highlight, Brandon, with how infrequently we see fumbles return to the house. But if you aren't inclined to pick this as the game signature play so far, you do have no shortage of alternatives to select from. This has been nothing short of a clinic. And as noted, we still have a half a ball to play.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Cardinal offense takes back over.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's more. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
Connor up the middle. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
It sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty, but when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
And this offense on 3rd down today, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. To throw, it's Murray. This is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Marquise Brown, 35 yards. And the Cardinals are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point from McManus is good. And that will cut this lead down to 25. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. McCaffrey running up the middle. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Justin Fields on his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Niners just continue to roll. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And this will be good. Off the right, upright, but he got a favorable bounce, and he gets it to go. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo, the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Flushed out right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. Here's Fields on the move to his left. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
On play action, Fields rolling to his left. He finds Kittle going across the field. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Again, McCaffrey. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Fields now to throw. Out to his left. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Justin Fields on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Niners go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was all capped off by the Justin Fields touchdown run. He took it in himself. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. From the 39, Murray. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Murray. Steps, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Nick Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. A great return there of 22 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. A final shot before the break. Fields on the move to his left. Taking a shot for Samuel. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've hit halftime here. Well, I know we hold off on the halftime update after all. Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. This is McCaffrey on the give. Nifty move. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they're going to speed things up here. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And they're knocking on the door now. As a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And the ball is knocked out, and the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that maybe got going a little too fast.
And sometimes that's the danger of going to that type of a system, is that you don't take care of things as well as you would in normal situations. You get going so fast, you speed up, and you don't take care of the ball. And we just saw one hit the ground.
Absolutely, we saw what can happen. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down. Now Murray off play action. It's complete to Hopkins. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Now Connor on the toss left side. Avoids him at the 40. And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. Murray now on first down. And this will be caught by Brown. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Only needing 2 yards on second down. From the gun, Murray caught by the tight end Ertz. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Murray now on first down. Oh, a heck of a move. Man. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Shotgun now from Murray. Caught left side, Hopkins. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Connor on the toss play. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. James Conner from 17 yards out. And the Cards are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. McManus's point after is good. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He is knocking on the door for 100 yards in this ball game.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. Just short of it, a little bit over. A little bit over feels better to everyone. Offensive line, running back, team totals. Just something magical about breaking that barrier.
Now he's right there on the door. And he fires one that's intercepted. Williams. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. Room here to run. The 30. The 20. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. But that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's come together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. From the 41, Murray got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore.
Murray to Moore for the Cardinal first.
Now a toss. This is Conner. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Conner going to get it again on second down. And he'll be stopped at the 46. Gain of 3. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On third down, here's Samuels. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And this won't be enough. A good secured tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and they will remain well behind. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. He wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Here's McCaffrey. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Now it's Fields off the bootleg.
Rolling to his right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the 1st down.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now, because he has been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
118 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows